In a world where historical timelines are sacred and facts are carved in stone, one misplaced wristwatch threatens to destroy it all. Hey, Julius Caesar, you like my tweet? I should really be wearing a toga, shouldn't I? Do anachronisms bother you? I put a poll on my community tab and 2/3 of the respondents said that anachronisms in historical fiction bother them. My name is Jim, this is my channel, books, reading and stuff. I've just finished a historical horror novel by their Cold Fingers, which was set in Greenland in 1408, a significant date as that is the last recorded date of the Norse settlement in Greenland. It marked the occasion of a wedding between Thorstein and Sigrid, and I found a few anachronisms in the story. The first was Thorstein was described as having an extensive library. This is 1408. Gutenberg's printing press was invented in 1440. No one would have had an extensive library in Greenland in 1408. The settlement was very sparse. And some monasteries might have had extensive libraries, but they have scriptoria where monks laboriously wrote out every book. They copied every book. The second anachronism was some meals with potatoes. And in 1408, the only potatoes being eaten by humans would have been in South America, in parts of Peru and Bolivia, not in Greenland. The third anachronism was a market trader in Greenland's eastern settlement was portrayed as having weathered spectacles. And whilst spectacles had been invented in Italy a couple of centuries earlier, it's unlikely they'd have made their way to remote Greenland in the early 15th century. I first learnt about anachronisms at school when we were studying Julius Caesar, and our teacher, Mr. Fallows, pointed out that as the clock struck in Julius Caesar, in Roman times there wouldn't have been any clocks striking. Shakespeare had made an anachronism. Sometimes it's fun to look for anachronisms in films. When a chariot is tipped over in Gladiator, we can see a gas canister. Let me know if you have any favourite anachronisms from films in the comments. Also, let me know what you think about anachronisms in historical fiction. Does it take you out of the story? This is my problem with anachronisms. When I'm reading historical fiction, if something doesn't play right, it takes me out of the reading, out of the immersive experience. And we can also find anachronisms in painting. Washington crossing the Delaware with the Union flag by Leutze, painter Leutze in 1851. When Washington crossed the Delaware, the Union flag hadn't quite been designed yet. It was designed about half a year later. And it's not just historical inaccuracies that bother me. Geographical inaccuracies also bother me. I studied geography at university, and I have big issue with Bill Bryson's book about Great Britain called Notes from a Small Island. Bill calling Britain a small island is like calling the king's crown a hat. Great Britain is not a small island. It's the biggest island in Europe. It's the 9th biggest island in the world. Would you call Kazakhstan a small country because it's the 9th biggest in the world? I wouldn't. Kazakhstan is massive. Let me know your thoughts on anachronisms in the comments. If you found any amusing anachronisms in your reading or films or paintings or wherever, let me know. I'd be interested to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, you can give it a thumbs up. This will help me with the YouTube algorithm, and I shall see you on the next video. Goodbye.